Okay, guys, we are live today. I'm going to reveal the secrets. Okay, just like the title suggests, I'm going to reveal the secrets of what happens at 9:30 a.m. each weekday, Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and how they make money in the Smart Wolf Club. I'm just sharing what our coaches and our members are doing, and you can copy that and package it for yourself. Before I proceed, let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the power Almighty, we pray that the training, the information that I'm going to reveal may help those who put it in practice, and may the markets be good to us. May we all be successful when it comes to trading. In the belief of the power Almighty, we pray. Amen. Guys, you're in for the secrets. And if you're ready, let me know. Put a chat, put a one on the chat, put a one on the chat if you're ready, so I can get started right away. I hope my sound, last time I think there was an issue with our technical, there was no sound. That's what they told me. The video had no sound and the recording didn't. Sometimes we can't guarantee this, so we're just sharing this live. And therefore, if you have a problem, let me know. Always you can hit us up. There's email address, there's social media, you can follow us up, you can ask questions, and you can also join the Smart Wolf Club community. The link is in the description. It's free to join. Your name, your email address, and you'll be invited to these trainings with our coaches. We have coaches from all over the world and students from all over the world. So to get started, let's jump. Let's go into the training, and let me get a sip of water. So guys, how have you been doing, man? How is the market treating you? Okay, so I'm going to bring up my trading view. Okay. If you've been following our lessons, the playlist is right there. It says free pro trading course. Go and watch all the lessons. This is lesson number 11, if I'm not wrong. Okay, this is number 11, but it's going to be all that you need to start trading and make money. Okay, so at 9:30 a.m., which is Eastern Standard Time, which is New York time, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can convert your time to the Eastern Standard Time. So what you do around 9:30 a.m., first, before that, you can go and watch our video number 3, video lesson 4, lesson 3, lesson 2, where we talk about finding the stocks. Okay, for those of you who are into stock trading, this is a continuing series. Same strategies can be used for Forex and crypto. We're going to look at those later on in our next lesson. So make sure you subscribe and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next lessons. We're going to be talking about Forex, crypto, options, and other things. Right now, we're looking at the stocks, and we want to keep this short. Okay, so so once you have your trading view up, okay, if you don't have a trading view account, it's the link is in the description. Okay, go ahead and open an account. Okay, we use TradingView for all the analysis, the charting purposes. Okay, we use this to draw our charts, draw our lines, and of course decide when we're going to enter into the trades. And then once we've decided, we can go into our platforms, trading platforms. Okay, so some of you are using trading apps like Webull, Robinhood. Some of you have other brokers, interactive brokers, e-trading. Some of you are using trading options and trade options and many others. There are so many, depending on which part of the world you come from. So whatever software or platform you're using, we use TradingView for our charting. So it will serve you good to have an account with TradingView if you want to follow the lessons. Okay. So let me put a disclaimer here. Some of the results I'm going to reveal or show, guys, is not financial advice or professional financial advice. Just know that trading is very risky, okay? You can lose your entire investment. So always follow proper risk management, and whatever you cannot afford to lose, please don't trade it, because you can lose everything, okay? It's very risky. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading. It's very easy to wipe your account. We don't control these markets. Okay, so once you have decided what stocks you're going to trade, and we follow a very simple criteria, you can go and check that in our lesson number 2 and lesson number 3. And if you don't understand what trading is all about, you can go and check our lesson number 1, where we keep it simple when we talk about risk management, risk to reward ratios, you should know what that is. Okay, before I even draw anything on the chart, we usually look for a risk of reward ratio of 1 to 2, basic minimum. Okay, 1 to 2, and we can always take more than that. Okay, so for every $1 we put in, we want to make $2, so that we can always break even and make some profit, because that way, if you lose a trade, you are still ending up being profitable during the week. Okay, all right, guys, so let's begin. So at 9:30 a.m., what are we going to do? Once we've decided what stocks we are looking at, so we could be looking at several stocks. Now, if you don't know what stocks to trade, you can use even AI. Okay, for example, you can go to ChatGPT right here. Okay, and put a prompt like, so for example, right here, if you didn't watch our lesson number 3, where we decided what stocks we're going to trade, you can go back and watch some of that. So you can go to ChatGPT and put a prompt like this one that says, give me the top 5 stocks that I can trade every single day within the market opening time. So you're asking ChatGPT to give me the top stocks. Okay, so you just say here, do not give me the analysis, but just give me the ticker symbol. Okay, and these should be stocks that give me a high probability. Trading is all about probability, guys. Okay, so there's no magic wand or pill that you can swallow and every trade is going to be successful. It's a game of numbers. It's a probability thing. Okay, the higher the probability for you to win, the more money you're going to make. The lower the probability, probably you're going to experience some losses. So, and that's why we say trading is very volatile, it's very risky. Okay, so and these stocks okay, just give me the ticker symbol, and these stocks should give me a high probability of winning my trades. Okay, so simple. And then let's see here, ChatGPT or Trading GPT is going to do the search, and it's going to give you some, and then you're going to look at them, you're going to analyze them. Okay, so you can see it's giving you Tesla, Nvidia, which is exactly what we expected, Apple. So you can see these are AMD and MS. Okay, yeah, so these are large stocks. You can see these are actually very large stocks. Now, in addition to these, we also trade what we call funds, okay, like the SP 500, the QQ with SPY, so we can also use those. So here already you have 5 stocks just out of the bed. You didn't have to know anything. All you did to do was to put this prompt on the GPT and it gives you this. And now you can go out and check out these companies if you have no idea what Tesla is. This is the technology company, electrical vehicles, very famously known because of the owner of this company is well known. Nvidia, you can know the largest chip makers. Apple, everybody knows about the iPhones, the MacBooks. AMD, again, these guys make chips. And then MSFT, this is Microsoft. Okay, this has been there for a long time. So these are all technology companies. Okay, so if we take Tesla, for example, we can go to Trading View. Okay, so when you have your account open, you go to where it says stocks. All right, and you can just put there that ticker symbol, TSL. Okay, so you just put the ticker symbol and you can see Tesla is right here listed on the NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ is lists the top technology companies. You can see tech companies are all listed here. So this is how Tesla is looking like today at this moment. You can see right now here. So you can see the candles here. The red candle means it is going down. The green candle means it's going up. So basically, if you don't understand these basics, again, I'll put a resource in the description. You can go and look at it. It's called Baby Pips. Okay, they use that a lot for Forex, but you can learn about these candles, what a green candle patterns. So you have to understand the basic candle patterns. But you know, we went through this in our lesson 2, lesson 3, where we talk about the red candle basically means the stock started here, it closed down here, or the green means it started at the low point here and it closed at the higher point up here. That's why it's a green candle, which is the bullish candle, the bulls. Bullish and bearish meaning going down, bullish meaning it's going up. Okay, so when they talk about the bulls and the bears, when it comes to trading, this is some of the terminologies that you're going to get used to if you're going into trading. Okay, we'll be talking about bulls and bears taking over. So there's always a fight between the bulls and the bears. Okay, when the bears are taking over, the stock goes down. When the bulls are taking over, what happens? The stock goes up, and you can see right here, it's going up. You can see a lot of green candles. Okay, that means the buyer sentiment, the buyers are more motivated than the bears. The bears are giving up here. They're losing ground. You can see it's going up now. It's trying to go up. Okay. So again, one other concept that you have to understand is the issue of time frames. So we have different time frames. We could be looking at the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. We can even be looking at seconds. Okay. A second candle, 5 seconds. That means each candle represents a certain period of time in the market on what the asset is doing. So in this case, the asset here is Tesla. So if we're looking at 5-minute time frame, for example, you can see each candle here represents 5 minutes. So for in the last 5 minutes, you can see the candle is green, it's pumping up, and you can see actually there's a shadow. There is a shadow, or what they call the wick is on the lower side, meaning that the buyers are more motivated now. They are pushing it up. As much as the sellers are trying to push it down, the buyers are resisting and pushing it up. So there is an upward trend sentiment here at the moment. Okay, but as you can see, it's always the trading psychology. You know, it's basically mimics human psychology. When the price is going up, most people tend to sell. When the price is goes down, most people want to buy. So you want to buy low, sell high to make a profit. This is common knowledge, right? When a commodity price falls, those who have the money go in and buy, okay, and they hold it, hoping that it will go up. And by them buying and the supply remaining constant, demand has increased. What happens? The price starts creeping up. So basically, that's what happens in the market. Same thing, Tesla. People are buying the stock. So what happens to Tesla? The price starts going up. When more people start selling, what happens? The price tanks. So that's exactly what happens. The more supply, lower demand, price falls. Higher demand, less supply, price shoots up. Okay, that's basic economics. Okay, and we covered that in lesson 1 in this series. Okay, the playlist. So guys, go and watch the playlist or subscribe to the channel and watch the free pro trading course. We are giving this for free back to the community. Okay, as part of the Smart Wolf Club, we have decided, our coaches have decided to give their knowledge and information for free. And we decided this during the pandemic, okay? Because a lot of our friends and families lost their businesses and all that. Okay, so now let me share my screen, guys, so we can see what I'm talking about here. I think I've been talking about sharing the screen. So I'm going to share this one here, Tesla. I'll share that so you guys can see that now. Okay, so this is what we are talking about here, trading view. Okay, so basically what we did, I did go to ChatGPT. So guys, I didn't show you that. Let me see if I can show that too. Let's share the screen. Okay, I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to share. Okay, let's remove that. Technology. Let me see if I can add. Okay, I'm back here, and I want to share my screen. Stop screen share. Okay, yes. All right. So let's share the right screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Chat GPT. There we go. It's this one right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we use the AI, and I did talk about this in our third lesson, I think, where we talked about leveraging AI. Instead of getting scared of using AI, I know some of you are scared AI is going to take your jobs. The most important thing is the earlier you start embracing that, the better for you. Yes, AI is going to take some jobs, but you can get smarter and stay ahead of the curve by taking advantage of what the AI can do for you. Okay, and learning some of these simple skills like taking advantage of AI. I know some of you go to ChatGPT and do like you use it like the way you use Google search, for example. You know, you want to search some information, but you can leverage it to make your life easier, especially for those of you who are into like making money online, trading. You can use that to leverage, make your trading much easier because it can give you a lot of information. Like you can see right now, I just put this prompt here. I'm trying to go back to the prompt. Okay, here. It might not even been worded correctly in terms of the sentence structures, but the GPT understands what I'm asking for, and it gives me exactly what I need without any extra stuff or confusing. So I just said, give me the top 5 stocks that I can trade every single day within the market opening time. Do not give me the analysis, but just give me the ticker symbol, and these stocks should give me a high probability of winning my trades. Okay, and quickly, just by the press of clicking the mouse, I was able to get the 5 stocks which I can be trading every single day. Number 1 was Tesla. Number 2, Nvidia. This is not in any order, okay? Not in any order, but here are the 5 large cap, highly liquid US stocks you can trade every single market open with high intraday activity, intraday within the day, because we are basically, this is for day traders, okay? Day traders, scalpers, data. Those of you, a lot of our members don't have a lot of time. We have professionals in our Smart Wolf Club. We have people who are extremely busy, people, stay-home mom, stay-home dad, professional doctors, nurses, drivers, everybody's in the community. Teachers, students, so they don't have a lot of time to be glued to their computer the whole day. So they want to come in 9:30 a.m., take the trade 1 hour, less than an hour, and they're gone. So that's exactly what's happening here. So we have the 5 stocks that were given to us. Now, you're not limited to these, okay? You might have a stock that you like. Go ahead and just follow this strategy. I'm going to share the strategy with you in just a few minutes. Okay, so now we have our stocks. So what else do we need? We need one resource. We need TradingView, okay? I'll put the link in the description. So you go to TradingView. Okay, let me just share that screen so you guys can see. I'm having an issue of how do you share multiple screens with this. Let me see if I can share another screen. Okay, maybe I have to stop this first. Okay, I'll stop the screen share and then I'll add the other screen. All right, now we are going to, there we go. So now we have our TradingView. Okay, so what is TradingView? Basically, we use this platform to analyze the stocks, or if you're trading stocks or Forex, if you're trading Forex, you can see all these assets here. Stocks, funds, futures, Forex, crypto. We use it for everything, literally for any form of trading. Very soon, we're going to be starting our lessons on Forex, crypto, futures, even for those of you who are into options trading, okay? So again, we use the same tool to do our analysis. So make sure you have a TradingView account. You just need your name and your email. You can use the free tier for now. And if you need more features later in the future, like how to replay your trades, how to have multiple indicators, multiple charts, then you can subscribe. It's just a cup of coffee, guys, okay? So it doesn't matter. And you can use our link, okay? So we get some credit for that, okay? For referring you guys. It doesn't come out of your pocket. All right, so here you can select the stocks. So for example, the 5 stocks that we came up with was Tesla, Nvidia. So you can put Tesla, for example, okay? So 9:30 a.m., you have your Tesla chart app, you have your Nvidia chart app, Microsoft app. And then, of course, sometimes we are trading funds like the S&P 500. So you go to funds and you can type here SPY. Okay, Okay, there you go. Or we could be doing QQQ, okay, which is right there. Again, you could be trading those at the same time. So let's go back to stocks and let's look at Tesla. Okay, so we are looking at Tesla. You're not limited to that. You can apply this to any of the stocks that you guys are looking at. So here is the strategy. What are the three things that you need to become successful as a trader? The first one, you must have your strategy. Okay, first of all, you got to clear your mind, guys. You cannot go into the trading room with some divided attention and stuff like that. 9:30 a.m., your mind should be laser focused to what you're doing here, because this is extremely important. Any mistake here is going to wipe out your account, and that's why we have a lot of students coming to us and saying, I blew my account, I lost, I did this. It's because you have a divided attention. Okay, so you want to give your clear attention, focus on this, okay, because this is very important. It's such a simple step, but if you get it wrong here on your trading view, on your charting, on your analysis, then it just blows up your probabilities. Okay, as I said in the beginning, trading is a probability and it is very risky. It's playing with numbers. It's about probability, risk to reward ratios, risk management. Okay, you're risking already. Okay, by taking a trade, you're already risking your money. You only trade money that you can afford to lose. Otherwise, you're gonna lose it. Okay, we've seen people blow small accounts, big accounts, everybody, and it doesn't matter. You could be seasoned trader or a beginner. You can blow your account by just one misstep. Okay, so very important now, guys. So you must have a strategy, and the strategy must be very simple, must be something repeatable, something you can predict. So those key things: simple strategy, nothing complicated, not 20 convergence points, not following 20 indicators, not following. This is too complicated. If you're 16-year-old or a 99-year-old grandmother cannot use your strategy, you don't need it. Throw it out of the window. That's too complicated. It has to be as simple as possible, okay, for you to implement it and for you to stick by it, and it has to give you repeatable, predictable results, okay? Predictable. You should be able to predict your results, your loss and your profit, okay? So if I'm taking a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, I already predicted my loss. I'm risking $1 to make $2. So if I lose, I lose $1. If I win, I make $2, okay? So if I put $100, I'm going to lose $100. If I make profit, I make $200 if I'm using a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Now, if I'm going for a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio, then for every dollar I put in, I stand a chance of making $4. Now, again, the probabilities you decide, okay? So based on what market analysis is giving you. So for example, now here, so what do we do at 9:30 a.m.? Okay, 9:30 a.m. comes, okay, this is Eastern Standard Time. So it doesn't matter where you are. You're in Timbuktu, check your converter, okay, convert your time. So we have students from all over the world. Right now we have one of our coaches from Bombay, India, Mr. Singh, with a huge group. So when it is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is what time is it in Bombay? Mumbai. Mr. Singh tells you it is 7:30 p.m. Okay, when one of our coaches is in Tokyo, Japan, Tajimoto, one of the coaches, Smart Wolf Club, has been with us for over 15, 16 years. Some of them 19 years. Some of us coaches have been online since 1998, guys. So you can do the maths. Okay, these guys have been doing this for many, many years. Okay, so basically, when it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is 10:30 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan. Tajimoto is trading at 10:30 p.m. Okay, when it is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mr. Baker, one of our coaches in Atlanta, Georgia, is 8:30 a.m. Jose, Sacramento, California, it's 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, when it is 9:30 a.m. in Eastern. So you see, so now 6:30 a.m. Jose, one of our coaches, is trading with his group at 6:30 a.m. in Sacramento, California, which is the Bay Area. Okay, so which is really nice. You could trade in the morning if you're from that part of the world and actually go to your 9 to 5. Okay, you're done with your trading. By the time you go to work, you already made your money for the day. You already made your profits. You already made your goal or you already lost for the day. It doesn't matter. Some days you're going to lose anyway. Let me be very honest. Not every day you're going to win, but make sure your wins are more than your losses so you can stay profitable and you can preserve your account. Because if you have an account and you're losing every day, you're going to blow your account very soon. You're going to owe the broker some money. Some people lose so much that the broker kicks them out with that owing some money. Okay, so you got to be careful, guys. Follow the strategy to the T. All right, so what do we do, guys? So I'm just spilling the secrets now. Okay, so be careful. Take a pen or paper. Put away all the distractions. If you have to take the cat out of the room, if you have to put the cat outside, it doesn't matter, the dog or something. So pay attention to this. It's so simple, you'll not believe it. So what do we do at 9:30 a.m.? 9:30 a.m. the market opens. Okay, that's when trading starts. That's Monday to Friday. Okay, New York Standard Time. I forgot, Mr. Scott is in London, one of our coaches. Okay, when it's 9:30 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time, it's what? 2:30 p.m. Yes, 2:30 p.m. in London. Malemala is Cape Town, South Africa. You guys can find out. Mr. Pira is in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. Okay, it's around 3:30 or 4:30 p.m. depending on the time, daylight saving time in the US. Okay, so it could be 3:30 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. In Nairobi, Kenya. So the same things with the Malemala in Cape Town, South Africa, or Moses in Lagos. Again, that's a different timing. Okay, so you guys can check all these. Rodrigo's in Rio, you can check that also, what time it is. Okay, all right. So Josephine in Sydney, Australia, again, all these you can check the time. I just gave you some examples, and if you don't know how to convert that, you can go to good old Google. Okay, you guys want me to share my screen again? I can stop this. Okay, let's remove the screen share. I'm going to share the screen. Okay, let's stop this screen share, and I'm going to show you how we are going to add good old Google. Okay, so guys, technology. Here's the new tab. It's good old Google. So you can go to the time converter. So you want to convert a chart, time converter. Let's see if we can find a simple one. Yeah, I think this one here, time converter, the one that comes on the top, the free ones. Just use the free ones and you can convert your time. So you just put here, let's say you are in which country? Let's say you're in Sydney, Australia. Okay, you're in Sydney, Australia, and it says 2 a.m. when it is midday. When it's midday in the Eastern Standard Time. So so if it is let's say 9:30 a.m. again, you can put the time here. Let's see. Or you can just Google that. Okay, so it says it's when it is 12 a.m. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is 2 a.m. In Sydney, Australia. So that means when it's 9:30, again, you can minus those 2.5 hours there. It's going to be about what, 11:30 a.m., 11:30 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. So when you guys are waking up in New York, 9:30, you're trading. These guys are trading at 11:30 p.m. when they're supposed to be going to bed. Okay, all right. So, you can just do a quick search on Google. Okay, just guys, don't be lazy, because I get all these questions all the time. Like, oh, you're talking about Eastern Standard Time. What is that? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, this is what I mean. Find out what time it is at your location, where you are, because it doesn't matter. You could be any part of the world and trading. Okay, that's why we say it's online. You're making money online trading, so that means you can have freedom. You can be anywhere on the world, in the world, using your cell phone or your mobile devices. As long as you have internet connection, you can make money. That is the goal. That is our dream come true. That's what we are looking for. Everybody in the Smart Wolf Club, they're looking for freedom. They're looking for ways they can free up their time and space and location and all that. So if you're into something like that, then you're in the right place. If you are into something else, then you're in the wrong place. So you can just leave, okay? Because this is not for you. It doesn't make sense, I mean, to listen to us, okay? But if you are looking for that freedom, as we are on the journey. It's a journey. We are all into this so we can better ourselves, free our time and our location. So you can be anywhere. I can be in Timbuktu and be making money, paying my bills, leveraging the resources that we have, the internet, the knowledge that we have, trading. And it's not only trading. You're trading stocks, crypto, Forex, and of course the entire digital marketing. And we're going to share all these lessons with you guys for free. So just stay glued to this space. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and share this with your loved ones, okay? All right, we started this journey together and we're going to end this journey together, guys. All right, so let's go back to trading view, and we are going to finish the strategy so you guys can go ahead and start making some money. Okay, so I'm going to remove this again. So bear with me because I have to toggle between screens. So I got to stop sharing that screen and then add the new screen, which has trading view. There we go. So there we go, guys. We're back to trading view. So we talked about your strategy. You must have the discipline. And of course, discipline comes with the mindset piece. And we talk about this in the lessons. The mindset, because you're not just going to succeed trading online if you have a good strategy. You must have the discipline, and the discipline comes with a proper mindset. Okay, so because I see some people who go into this and they take this like a hobby, or they take this like a little hobby, a side something, they call it, they name it side hustle, whatever, that kind of stuff. So that kind of attitude, so you have to give it your all. Okay, it's like your employment. Okay, so this is like you're a business owner, so the risks, the profits, everything, you're responsible. So you have to make responsible decisions. And of course, the discipline that you have with your job, your 9 to 5, the same discipline you have to bring here, and even plus more, because this is going to be your own job. It's your own money. You're risking your money, not your employer's money. It's your time. Okay, so you're going to decide at 9:30 a.m. every single day. You wake up, you make it a routine, persistency, consistency, no procrastination here. It's not like the gym membership that you sign up for in January, first day of January, and then by the second week you will stop going because you quit or something happened. You start giving excuses. No, this one, once you get onto this, you're going to stick by this, and promise me that's what you're going to do. That's the only way you're going to succeed. They say for you to become a good trader, you need at least a minimum 10,000 hours of practice. 10,000 hours, guys, is not is not something small. Okay, it's not like some laughing matter. This is serious stuff, guys. Okay, serious stuff. You can ask some of our coaches, join the community in this matter, and you ask some of they've been doing this since 1998. So they've spent the entire better part of their life doing this stuff, okay, to get where they are right now. So anyway, this is what we do. So we're going to come to trading view. Once we select our stock, we're going to go to the 15-minute, okay? So we're going to go to the 15-minute time frame. Let me clear all the drawings. All right, and we have the chart. This is a 15-minute chart. So we are looking at 1, 2. So here we go at 9:30 a.m. Let's expand this. (9:30 a.m.) There we go. This is the 9:30 a.m. candle right here. This one there. You see where the blue line is? That's the 9:30 candle. Let me expand this so you guys can see it. Okay, that is the 9:30 a.m. candle right there. You can see it's a massive red candle, and then we're followed by some huge red candles here. So Tesla literally dropped from where it closed yesterday. This was yesterday's closure, and then it dropped by opening the market, went down. Okay, so gap, not really a gap down, but it actually went down, and it continued going down, and it has continued going down until it started going up here until now. Okay, so you can see it actually went down. So what are we going to do with the 15-minute candle? Okay, let me remove the drawing, since we already know this is our 15-minute candle. The first candle was a 15-minute candle. We don't do anything. We just mark the top of the 15-minute, and the bottom of the 15-minute candle. There we go. And is that simple? Has everybody done that, guys? Before I proceed, make sure you have your TradingView account open and you have Tesla selected and you have marked your 15-minute candle. Okay? Did you guys do that? Okay, good. So once you do that, you're going to go back now to you're going down to the lower time frames, okay? Because we are only here for a few minutes. We don't want to be hooked to a computer for the whole day trying to take a swing trade or long-term trade. No, we want to get in and get out, okay? So we can go down to the 5 minutes and see how it looks. So you can see the 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes are right here. Okay, this was our this was our candle here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are the first 5 candles right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the first 5 candles. Okay, what did we have? A breakout on the lower side. Okay, so now some of our pro students, what do? They immediately enter this trade. Okay, some of them enter this trade. They take this is a higher risk probability trade. Okay, not very good for beginners, but for those of you of our students and coaches who are experienced, they will enter the trade when they see such a fat candle breaking through the 15-minute. They're going to enter. This is the confirmation candle here that there's a breakout. So this would be their entry, and they are going to enter with a short position right there, and they're going to target. This would be their stop loss right there. The 15-minute line is their stop loss, and they're going to do a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. And you can see right there, boom, they're in the money, guys. Boom. You want to take a screenshot of that? Boom. That's after how many minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minutes later, boom, in the money, out of the day, out of the market. So you put $1, you make $2. They put $100, they make $200. They put $200, they make $400. They put $1,000, they make $2,000. That is $1,000 profit right there for somebody who is trading $1,000, risking $1,000. Now we have students here who are dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so you can make a payout for the entire month, the entire year, in one day. We have students who do that. They just trade once or twice a year, and they are gone for the rest of the year. Okay, now sometimes greed takes on and they stay longer in the market, and sometimes you start losing if you let that take over. But there's people come in, take a trade, and this is it. They take it once a week. Some people trade once a month. Some people trade every quarter, once a month, or every other week. We have students who just this way. Okay, now, so that was done. Okay, 5 minutes. So there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 minutes. Sorry, each candle here is 5 minutes. So 25 minutes later, boom, they're out of the market. Okay, 9:30. So 9:45. This was 9:50. They entered and they hit the take profit right here at 10:05. Okay. So the market opens at 9:30, 10:05, you're out of the market. You already made your call for the day. Done. This was a higher risk trade. Why? Because we did not have a confirmation, a retest. Okay, when we talk about ORB, open range breakout retest, there was no retest. It was just the open range. It opened, we got in. I mean, this was a breakout. There was no retest. Okay. ORB, open range, breakout, retest strategy. There was no retest. So this makes it a little higher, riskier, higher risk probability than what we normally talk about in our Smart Wolf Club. Okay, most of our students, the new ones, beginners, they're probably not going to take this trade. They're going to be waiting for the retest. But having learned candle pattern, you see a candle like this, massive candle followed by 1, 2 smaller candles, and then another big candle. What does that tell you? The sentiment, the sellers here are more motivated. They are extremely motivated, and therefore there is a chance if it's a big candle, it's going to be followed by other red candles, because you can see this is a strong bearish candle. So the momentum is downwards. Take advantage of the momentum, okay? And that's why most of our traders this morning entered this trade took a short trade, 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, and most of them right now are smiling all the way to the bank. Okay, guys? Now, do you want me to show you another? Let's go look at another stock. Okay, we talk about NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA is right here. So let's see what happened with NVIDIA today. Okay, again, we're going to do the same thing. We go back to the 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. So we're going to first find out where our open candle was. NVIDIA looks different today. You can see it started right there. This was our 9:30 candle. So you can see there's a gap up. What does that tell you? It's more of a bullish sentiment. This was a 9:30 candle right there, guys. This is the 9:30 AM candle. Okay, so we're going to mark. Again, I'm going to remove the drawing. Let's remove the drawings. This one here, we're going to mark that. That's the top. We're going to mark the bottom. We're going to mark the bottom down here. That's the bottom. Make it red. There we go. There we go. We're going to move this a little bit so we can see. You mark plus the wick, the tip of the wick on both sides. Okay, so I use a red line for the bottom part of the wick, and then I use the green line for the bottom part. So I mean the upper part. So I now know this was an upper part. Okay, so that's the 15-minute. Now we go back to the 5-minute. So you can see some of our coaches actually took 3-4 trades because they're trading the 5 stocks at the same time, or 3 stocks at the same time, to spread their probability, lower their risk. Okay, so if one stock misbehaves, then they're making money on another stock. But I will not advocate that for beginners because I want you to focus. So we go to 5 minutes. Again, you can see which was our beginning candle. This one right there, 9:30 candle. Again, we come up here. We broke out here. Okay, this was the breakout. This one right here. Okay, that was the breakout. So we wait for the confirmation. The confirmation apparently started here and it became red. It went down. Okay, so it became down. And then here was came down here to retest, but it actually went inside. So then we're going to wait for the next breakout, which is this one right here. And that's where most of our coaches took some trades. So there we go. And then they're going to just target the previous low. The previous low was this one here. The previous low candle was that one right there. And then they're going to go for the, okay, some more putting it here. Okay, you see that previous low candle there? That is where your stop loss was. And then they're going to target the 1 to 2 as always. Don't be greedy. 1 to 2 is enough to make you enough money. Okay, so 1 to 2, you can see that's about 1 to 2 right there, guys. 1 to 2, and boom, 1 to 2 right there, and boom, you can see that. So at this point here, at 10:35 a.m., boom, they hit their take profit. Okay, again, that was a profitable trade, but you can see this is in the opposite direction. NVIDIA is going up. Tesla was a short trade. NVIDIA was a long trade. So we had students and coaches who did that. They had both trades going on at the same time. They have multiple screens. You've seen all these traders with multiple charts showing up on their computers. They have 2 or 3 screens. Mostly of our students have 2 screens. Most of our coaches have multiple screens. Some have 2. I like 2 screens, okay, mostly 2. So I can't handle more than that. That's too much noise, okay? Too much pressure, okay? Too much adrenaline, too much heartache. So 2 is enough, and 2 is enough to make you good money, okay? You can see right there, okay? Boom. So we can say this was a great day, okay? Money in the bank for most traders today, okay? If you did it right. And this had a retest, okay? NVIDIA had a retest. Tesla did not have a retest. So that would have been a more risky trade for especially beginners. But for seasoned traders, that was okay because the market structure, the candle action does tell you that that was going to happen because you could see the candle was massive. They were all big red candle. There was a red candle, then tiny, tiny red candles, and then a confirmation with a big red candle telling you that the downward trend is strong, the bears are stronger, they are more motivated. So then you're just going to take a trade in the direction of the trend. Because anytime you trade against the trend, you've had this many times, it's likely that you're going to lose. You guys can see there's another retest setting up here, even though it has very low momentum, but you guys can see that again, we come down here, we retest the line, we start pumping up. Okay, so sometimes if you got into this trade, if you miss this opportunity, you could get into this. It's a much lower probability trade, but still you could be in the money with this one. Okay, so I'm going to end the training here, guys. This is lesson number 11. I will see you in lesson number 12 when I'm going to again reveal the secrets of that particular day. Okay, so every single day, every single week, we're going to be revealing the secrets that the Smart Wolf Club community guys, the coaches and the students are trading and how they made their money trading the stock market. And I'm hoping that with this type of explanation, you guys are learning something, that you need to have a strategy and you have to stick to it. Use the same strategy every single day. Okay, it has to be simple, it has to be reliable, something that you can implement easily. Okay, you don't see too many lines on the chart. Okay, we like our charts clean, only 1 or 2 lines. That's it, maximum. No indicators. Occasionally we do use indicators. If you want to go learn how to use an indicator, you can go and watch my previous lesson. I think it was lesson 10 or lesson 9, where we talked about the market structure indicator, a free indicator that actually helps you trade the order blocks. It shows you exactly where the money is and when to enter the market. It shows you where the institutions are, where their big money is, and you're also going to copy them, okay? Because the best way to succeed trading is to copy what the big guys are doing, the hedge funds, managers, the institutions, people who are controlling billions of dollars, millions of dollars in trades at one particular time, okay? While you're worried about putting $100 at risk here, somebody else is worried about $50 million trade, okay? So these are the guys you want to copy. These are the people you want to mimic, okay? And that's when some of the indicator that I shared with you guys, if you didn't watch that trade, if you didn't watch that training, go and watch it. It was pretty simple and straightforward, okay? Are there any questions? Let me go back to the charts. Are there any questions? No questions. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Oh, this is Tesla. Are there any questions, guys? Okay, okay, you can rewatch this, guys. Somebody is asking. So I'm just telling them you can rewatch this at your free time. I'm going to put the link here so you guys can rewatch the video. There you go. That's the link to the video. Okay. Now, some of you are asking about the playlist. Okay, I'm going to share that with you, the link to the playlist. Some of you are saying you missed the playlist. Let me see if I have the link somewhere. Oh man, where is the link? It's a free pro trading course. Okay, I'll put it in the description for you guys. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that before we post this. We are going to put the link for you guys. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll put it in the description, guys. All right, guys. So let me end this because I gotta go now, and I will see you in the next one. But before I go, let's say a word of prayer. In the belief of the Power Almighty, we pray that those who are going to implement this simple strategy, okay, we call it the 9:30 a.m. strategy. We are going to call it the 9:30 a.m. strategy. Those who are going to implement this will be successful. We pray that the markets are good to both of us and all of us anytime. In the belief of the Power Almighty, we pray. Amen, guys. Stay positive, guys, and may the Almighty be with you and every single day. We post here at least once or twice a week. We are working on getting these trainings every day live, actually live trading. At some point, we're going to do that. Once we get into moving speed, we're going to get into this. Once we have the resources to share, to appear online every single day, we will be trading live at 9:30 a.m., guys. So you can just dial up YouTube Live and watch our trades, and maybe you can just copy. okay, at your own risk though, guys, because as I said, it's risky. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading or how expert a trader you are, or you've been trading 50 million or 100 million, the risk is the same. Or you've been trading 5 cents or somebody else is trading a million. If it's come to losing, the risk is the same. You can lose your money. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading. I've seen that. I've experienced that. I have seen my coaches, people who have been trading for big institutions, big money. I mean, you're talking about massive amounts of money. 50 million accounts, 50 million trades, 100 million accounts. People who have been trading tons of money, okay? Make a simple move and they lose a big chunk of their money for the day, okay? But it is all comes down to risk management, and we are not going to stop talking about risk management. Every single time you're taking a trade, you have to know how much are you. That's why I'm talking about risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, for example. It's sufficient enough to keep you moving, keep your account growing at an exponential exponential rate. So it doesn't matter. So don't be greedy, guys. Okay, now I do know that occasionally you're going to have hit it big and you find that the trade actually goes to 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to even more. And you can give yourself what we call trailing stop losses or fractional profit taking, like I talked about it in the previous video. I think that's the video that had the audio issues. So I'm going to redo this again where I can show you how you can actually take profits and you have like a trailing stop loss and also a trailing kind of tier profit taking. So maybe once it hits 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, you take 50% of the profit. You wait until it is 1 to 3, you take another 25%, another 10%, like that. So but make sure you're taking profit, because that is the key, taking profit. If you're not taking profits, then you are exposing yourself to a massive risk. Okay, guys, that's one of the secrets that I'm revealing to you guys. Okay, you must take profit and you must have a stop loss. Okay, I know there are schools of thought. There are times when we talk about trading without a stop loss. That is foolish risk taking. Okay, that is foolish risk taking, because you're going to take a risk if you don't have a stop loss. Just imagine, we don't control the market. What if something happens, like a massive candle? You see what that, especially in crypto, you see that happening all the time. Bitcoin, for example, goes up, and then all of a sudden there's this massive wick that comes all the way down to wipe out every single person. And it can take half a day, just a few minutes, it goes down, boom. No stop loss, what's going to happen? Your account is going to go into the negative, okay? The brokers are going to call margin call. You're going to be into margin calls, guys. You are going to find yourself in some really hot water, guys. Hot soup. Thick, hot soup, okay? So no need to do that, okay, guys? So I am basically going to end this on a positive note. Stay positive, guys, and learn this strategy. Go back and watch this video again and share this with your friends, okay? Maybe the best thing to do is, have a group of your friends and you guys go through this and have your laptop there with your trading view open, okay? And just see how you can identify this and practice, okay? And if you have a problem understanding the whole concept, just go back to our playlist, okay? Watch video 1, 2, 3, 4. This is video number 11. This easy peasy stuff. Go through it. It's interesting. Just learn, just listen to it, go through it, practice, and trust me, by the time you're done, by video number 12, you will be trading successfully. Guys, I'm going to end that here, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Stay positive.